Hey, I'm Courtland. I have just come back from Sri Lanka, and today I just wanted to answer some of the most common questions that we've had regarding traveling in Sri Lanka in 2022. So before I jump straight into it, I do just want to say that this is all general advice that I'm providing today from my experience in Sri Lanka, January 2022. Things are constantly changing, so it is important to make sure that you are keeping up to date with all requirements prior to travel. So there are a couple of things that you should do before traveling internationally and Sri Lanka specifically, just to make sure that you are covered and protected as much as possible. So one of the first things that you want to do is take out a comprehensive travel insurance. A lot of providers now are coming to the party, which is great news, and they are offering additional COVID cover. Make sure that you are looking around, reading the product disclosure statements to find out which policy is going to suit you best and that you're going to be happiest with while you're traveling. For Sri Lanka specifically, there is also a compulsory COVID insurance that you do need to take out prior to travel. It is $12 and it does cover you for up to $50,000 should you get COVID while you're away. So it covers you for things like medical bills, quarantining and more. Again, this is just general advice, so make sure that you are reading the full product disclosure statement to know exactly what you are covered for and what exclusions there may be. I will make sure that there is a link in the description so you can go and have a look. While being on tour, should you or somebody on the tour develop symptoms, the first thing you will need to do is to alert your guide to make sure that they can take any precautionary measures required to keep everybody safe while on their trip. If you do think that you need a test on tour because you are symptomatic, the first thing that you're going to want to do is again speak to your guide. They will be able to assist you in organising that. There are a couple of ways that they're going to go about it. So the first one is if you think a rapid test is an appropriate option, they can organise one of those for you. The other option is to be taken to a hospital or a medical clinic to get a PCR test done there. And then the third option is to potentially have a doctor come to your hotel to do the testing on site. If you do test positive with COVID, it is really important that you do get in contact with your insurance providers right away. Should someone receive a positive COVID test, what would typically happen is that person would need to isolate in their hotel until they can be transferred to another facility, whether that's a hotel that is set up for COVID quarantine or if it's a hospital, if that's what's required at the time. The vehicle will also get cleaned and sanitized to minimize the risk of infection. For the remainder of the group though, you will be required to do a test if there is a positive case. However, as long as you come back with a negative result, the tour will proceed as scheduled. I hope I've been able to answer some of your questions that you might have had prior to traveling or organising a trip. I will make sure that all of the resources that I have are in the description below so you can have a look and read through for yourself. And if you do have any questions or want to organise a trip to Sri Lanka, you can give us a call on 1300 88 66 88.